Welcome, this is Jensen Vars. Let me show you around PUM Companion, the app to play tabletop role-playing games by yourself, to tell amazing stories using dice and random prompts. Let's take a look around. When you first launch the app, you're going to get the games dashboard, and here you're going to get a list of active games and completed games. In your first time, of course, you will have no games. Let's take a look at the Create Game screen. The game preparation is going to help you get going and configure your game to be enabling an amazing story looking forward. In here, you set up the title of the adventure, the universe it is set up in, the starting location, and a plot scope. Since PUM Companion is powered by the plot unfolding machine set of rules, the plot scope is a very important part of it. Here you define what kind of problem or situation would you like your characters to tackle in this game. If you have a larger campaign, you can always break down the campaign in multiple smaller games, and each of them with a defined plot scope and its own plot track. But what is the plot track? The plot track is like the guardrails for that story, essentially the plot structure you would like to follow. You have plot tracks like a journey, a heroic plot track, survival, or even a dungeon if your plot scope is about exploring a dungeon or a facility. For the next steps, you go through what is called the plot nodes. Plot nodes are essentially things you know about the world you are in and the elements that are relevant to the given plot track. For example, if your story is about hunting a group of pirates in the desert, then relevant world elements are how the desert is and which kind of factions are in there. Relevant encounters could be the pirates themselves or other dangerous beings like an scorpion or a snake. Useful findings could be an oasis or ways of drinking water and surviving, while pending questions could be things like, oh, what are the pirates up to, or what do they really want, or who is paying the pirates a lot of money to roam around this region. This is just a quick example, but the game preparation is a key step where you kind of define your expectations of a game, and it's going to help you a lot organize those ideas. Finally, you're going to define known characters and locations, at least by the time the game begins. Of course, you can change any of this as you are playing. Let's take a look at an example game. Here we are. This game has been submitted as part of the PUM monthly event where we are all going to play the same game setup and share the stories around it. This game has been created by a community member, so thank you very much. Mother of Origins is a game set up in the Stone Age, and as you can see, this is how the app looks like. In the middle, you have the log area. This is where you tell the story. You can also choose multiple character speakers if you want to speak on their behalf and have natural conversations. Finally, you can also roll dice, so you can use your favorite tabletop role-playing games to solve how good they do. On the right side, you'll see all of the plot nodes that were created so far. On the bottom right, you can access your characters and locations and take a quick look. If you click on any of them, you open the overview screen where you can see all of them together, and even open the sheet screen so you can see the specifics about every character. This is all meant also so you can create your own characters at any point in time and quickly get ideas. On the left side of the screen, you get the oracles. Oracles are like co-author helpers, or essentially helping hand to develop your story when you run out of ideas. For example, if your characters are exploring a cave and you say, hey, what do we notice? You can click the Notice Oracle and it can see something like, you see a shadow, a ghost, or a vision, and there's a description to it. It's smiling. Now, it's up to you what you make out of that, but this idea gave me a lot of juicy creativity, if you ask me. Finally, we need to talk about the plot track, because that's how you finish games. In Plot Unfolding Machine, you have two ways of advancing the plot track. You either retrieve a random idea from the game, for example, reflect a world element dealing with death, and then you can advance the plot if you like the idea to move the plot and story forward, or if you are in control of the storytelling of your game and you know what is going on. For example, my characters go and talk to the tribesmen, and that is your idea, then what PUM Companion asks you is that you always add a twist to it. That twist is random, and this in this case says increased intensity and tension. For example, the tribesmen could be much more than you originally thought. With that said, this is the app, and I hope you like it as much as we do. Join us in the community and share your games, or read the games of the other players who also play in this app. It's an amazing way of playing and developing stories, and I'm really looking forward to you joining us. Until the next one, bye bye.